Come on now.
NXT Universe, what's going on? Mike Rome here next to the Perfect 10, Tye Dillinger in the house. We are right now in Iowa, Des Moines actually, ready to do a show for a crowd here for the first time, and I figured what would be better for the NXT Universe than to talk to the Perfect 10 himself.
What would be better? You want to know what would be better? Nothing. Nothing.
Time out. Oh. Oh, look at that, we're back.
Take two.
Take two. Clearly our internet connection is not a perfect 10 right now.
No.
That's okay. Like I said, we are in Des Moines, Iowa right now, ready to do a show here for the first time for the NXT Universe and NXT Universe at home. If you guys are watching right now, now is your chance to talk to the Perfect 10 himself, Tye Dillinger. If you have questions, you've ever thought of anything,
Bring
you
him on.
want to know
Bring
how
him
to
on.
be a Perfect 10, now's your chance.
Here's a good start. How to be a perfect 10? Get the shirt.
Oh,
Starts with the shirt. Shop.com. Come to an NXT live event. They're there.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually have that shirt.
Really? You don't have a tie on either. Professional. Professionalism at its best, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, if you had to give me a number right now, Tye, what would you?
You really want them to know?
Honestly,
You
yes.
really want them to know?
I have to know.
The first ever 2.6. The first ever 2.6. Hurts, doesn't it?
2.6?
You asked me to be. I'm honest. I'll always be honest.
All right, how do I up that number?
Pray. It's a good start. Buy shirt.
Buy a shirt. I have the shirt. Does that mean I have to wear the shirt all the time?
He has the shirt. Has the shirt. A lot of people have the shirt. Wear the shirt. Promote the shirt. Wear the shirt.
Get the shirt, basically.
Get the shirt.
All right, so let's talk about something real quick. Takeover in Brooklyn. Takeover 2. It's the second time we were in Brooklyn. Tye Dillinger walks out there, the Perfect 10, to a sold-out crowd in the Barclays Arena. What was that like?
New York is, it's the Mecca. You know, they've always said if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere, and New York has been very, very generous, very, very gracious to a Perfect 10 for 2 years running now, and to actually be out there for the first time in a couple months, actually, I get goosebumps now kind of thinking about it. So it was one of the greatest moments of my career thus far, and to everyone in New York that's watching, love you. Love you.
So I saw a question on here from Dennis. He wants to know, and actually I'll kind of segue this a little bit. Obviously, being in NXT, something that everybody wants is the NXT Championship. What does the Perfect 10 want from NXT? Is that your goal? Do you want to be the longest reigning NXT champion? Do you want that? Do you want to go higher than that? What are your goals?
Great question, Dennis. Well then, I'm glad we got to this real quick. The truth is, and I don't know if you know this, Mike, is that whoever defeats Shinsuke Nakamura next to become the NXT champion will become the 10th NXT champion in history. So yeah, sure, we can talk about the longest reigning, we can talk about whatever like that, but my goal immediately is to become the 10th NXT champion in history. How awesome is that?
Perfect 10 being the 10th NXT champion.
Said it yourself, Dennis.
All right, hold on. We got another one here. This is actually, I'm going to put you on the spot here. They want to know, the NXT Universe wants to know if there's anybody else on the NXT roster you would consider close to being a Perfect 10.
Ooh. Maybe in the old women's division. That's about it. Maybe.
Maybe close.
But in the males, nah.
2.6 right
Yeah.
here, holding it down. All right, let's talk about something else. Let's backtrack a little bit. Who inspired you? What wrestler, like old school wrestler, inspired you?
I grew up loving the bad guys, actually. I loved guys like Ravishing Rick Rude. I loved the model Rick Martel. I was a big fan of Mr. Perfect. I was a big fan of, on the flip side, Bret Hart. I'm Canadian. Guys like Shawn Michaels. Things like some of the pioneers in terms of charisma and in-ring ability, and a lot of these guys I kind of pulled from individually to help kind of shape the way I kind of do things in the ring. And hopefully I'm doing some of them justice in some way, shape, or form. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the first 7 of the day.
5. He gets a 7 and I'm a 2.6?
That's sweet tea. 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really need to up my game.
Wear a tie. It's a good start.
All right, let's talk about this. Now we know that the WWE now, we have Raw and we have SmackDown Live. A big draft happened. NXT had a bunch of draft picks go up. If you had a choice, if you, the perfect 10 right now, Tye Dillinger, they called you up and they said, hey, we want you to come up. We want you to choose where you're going.
Ooh.
Which one gets the perfect 10?
See, that's tough because there's two guys that I would really look forward to mixing up with in the ring, and they happen to be on separate brands. One is the Viper Randy Orton. He's on SmackDown Live, and the other is Seth Rollins. He's on Monday Night Raw. So it's tough. It's a toss-up. Gosh. Because if you have noticed, NXT is kind of taking over. We have all the talent that's gone up this year and last year. A lot of them are split. Most of the roster is filled with NXT talent. At some point in time, they'd have toss-up. I'm not sure. I'll tell you what. If Seth Rollins put out a challenge, I'll answer. If Randy Orton puts out a challenge, I'm gonna answer. So whoever does it first, that's where I'm going.
Basically, anybody that wants to get a piece of the perfect 10, you're here. You're game.
Ooh. Say your prayers. Crazy.
All right. I'll tell you this. Matt wants to know if you could get in the ring right now with any legend, who would it be?
Ooh. Oh man. It's past or present. Oh wow. A legend. I would have liked to work with Mr. Perfect at one point or another. I think that would have been just a very entertaining match, top to bottom. And in my opinion, there's not many people better than him. So Mr. Perfect would probably have been one of the guys I would have loved to. I got to work his son at one point, which was kind of cool. So but Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
It's a hard thing to really narrow down to, especially growing up watching and idolizing and kind of going through those things, to go back and say, hey, especially where you are now, to go back and do that. But that's good. How about if you could team up with somebody right now, not a legend, but somebody currently either on main roster or NXT, who would it be?
Oh man.
Just for fun.
So those questions are always tough ones because there's so many guys that you wanna kind of measure up. You know what I mean? You kind of want to test yourself against certain guys in the ring, and whether you're on their team or not, you kind of want to see if you can hang in some way, shape, or form. So, if I could team up with one guy right now, it would probably be one of the hottest guys in the industry today in terms of personality, hype, everything like that, and that would be Shinsuke Nakamura. I think would be the guy that if I had to pick a tag team partner to go anywhere in the world and face any team out there right now, he's the guy I'd go with.
All right. I think I second that one.
King of Strong Style for a reason.
What about favorite WrestleMania?
I was a huge fan. I go back and watch WrestleMania 19 out of Seattle.
Why?
Field. The card, if you go back and look at the card from top to bottom, it is stacked. It is, you got Rock, Austin, you got Michaels, Jericho, you got Hunter Booker, you got Lesnar, Angle. There's so many top matches. Like the last match is always considered the main event, but there were so many main event matches in that specific WrestleMania, and that's also a very hard question, but that's one I go back to and I kind of watch a lot for various reasons. But WrestleMania 19 is one of my top WrestleManias of all time.
All right. Jeremy wants to know, what is your favorite place to wrestle at that you've wrestled at? What's your favorite place?
So far, there's been a lot of places, so please don't anybody get offended. There's been a lot of places that have been very, very good to me in the past year or two. The top two,
you can give me three.
It's kind of a three-way. It's kind of a three-way tie. It's gonna.
You can give me 10 if you want to.
Philadelphia, New York, and Chicago. Not necessarily in that order. So Philadelphia, New York, and Chicago. They have been beyond overwhelming when I've come out, and so like those are moments that I cherish. So yeah, that's a tough question.
It's hard.
I mean, every venue is so don't get mad.
Now.
Don't anybody get mad. That's there's still a lot of time. Still got a lot of places to go. So
yeah, I mean, every venue is so different too, and everything has such a unique memory to it when you're traveling and you're doing all these shows. Yeah. Everything is so close to what you know.
Everything's kind of different in different venues and places and cities and things like that. But the goal the entire time is for me to entertain you and have a good time. And if you're having a good time, I'm having a good time. So that's all I care about.
All right, Tye. I'm going to wrap this up soon. Mm-hmm. I want to know, for you, right now, I want you to give the NXT universe some advice. I already know what I have to do to work on to be a perfect 10. because I'm a 2.6. I want you to lay some knowledge on the NXT universe right now. Give them some advice on trying to be more like you.
Man, I get this question a lot, and you're gonna put me on the spot. These are trade secrets.
Listen, there's a
Trade
1,000+ people
secrets.
on Facebook Live right now. They are clearly tuned into you doing this
Oh my God.
right now. They want to know how to be you. Clearly, I'm not doing a very good job.
Are you gonna keep talking?
No, I'm done.
Where's your tie?
I'm gonna go get that.
All right. First step, I said it a little earlier. Get the shirt. That's a great step. Number 2, all this you see right here, all this premeditated. It's all premeditated. Confidence. Confidence is the key to becoming a perfect 10. In whatever way, shape, or form you can see that fitting into your daily life or routine, confidence. Confidence. This guy, confidence level 2.6.
Well, I'm gonna work on that. We are, like I said, we're in Des Moines, Iowa right now. We're about to go do a show. NXT Universe, thank you so much for tuning in. The one and only Perfect 10, Tye Dillinger. Catch you guys later. Pick up the shirt.